All right, Brian Smith in the hot seat to talk about one of the hottest topics on social media right now. You might have heard that Twitter recently decided to ban or suspend several million accounts, and this has caused, of course, a massive loss of followers by many high-profile accounts. And here to unpack it for us, our tech expert. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks, it's good to be back.
All right, so did you lose any? I mean, your account,
two.
Your account is pretty high-profile.
No, not that high profile. Not as high profile as yours. You take the cake.
So exactly why is it that these accounts are being deleted or suspended that's resulting in the loss of followers?
That's a good question. So this has been a move by Twitter to sort of clamp down on the use of rogue, spammy or otherwise fraudulent bots on the service. And it's more of a bid to restore what the service was actually originally intended for, which is microblogging or just sharing simple status updates. Interestingly, in terms of numbers, it's estimated that this move has shrunk Twitter's entire user base by about 6%. The most followed Twitter account belongs to Katy Perry, and she lost about 1.5 million followers in the space of a few minutes.
That's insane. And it's all because of these bots. So what exactly are these bots and why they're so undesirable?
So that's a good question. A bot is essentially an open application or framework that runs across the internet or different social media sites to end users. They're more commonly seen on social media. The important thing is that they're not actually all bad. Bots can do a variety of really interesting and simple things, from sharing updates from the traffic to the weather. However, in the worst case scenario, they could be used to inflate a person's Twitter following to make them seem more significant. And in terms of what we call influencer marketing, it can also inflate their profile or the sense of their importance.
I guess that's the next question on everyone's mind then, that what is this thing that they call influence, and what role do influencers actually play?
So an influencer, or the influencer economy as we call it, is essentially a person or organization on social media that's developed a strong following. Maybe you're a high-profile Twitter user or maybe even a YouTube star. And essentially that is a platform for marketers to share highly targeted messages to people on that social media network through that account.
But then, so when you speak about it that way, does influencer marketing actually work? I mean, because there's a lot of blogs and vlogs about that. Like when you do, let's say, sponsor something to someone and you say, cool, put up a message and I'll do this for you in return. Does that actually work? And you say it's highly targeted because this person has built up a following and a certain sense of trust within that following. So when they do market something that is relatable to them or to their audience, it is very believable.
That's a good question. So there have been a lot of studies to try and determine what is influence and what is influence actually successful. In the broad sense, it is successful in targeting people who have a particular set of interests. However, we are quite early on in the social media game, so there's no real definitive proof as to whether influencer marketing, as we call it, will stick around.
Okay, but getting back to the bots and the reason why we started this conversation, not all bots are bad, right?
Definitely, we can put that as a slogan.
Hashtag not all bots are bad, because some of them serve quite a good purpose.
They do, and ultimately it's our hope that in the future we'll be able to use bots in a variety of interesting ways that have actual utility on social media networks, whether they're just we're using them to share interesting updates or to keep tabs on different things across social media. And it's hopeful that this move by Twitter will sort of create a platform where we view bots differently, and we're very sensitive to the fact that bots can, of course, inflate one's social media account or give a greater sense of importance.
All right, Brian, thanks very much for the update. Really do appreciate it all the time when you come around and give us your insights and, of course, the exciting news from the world of tech. Let us know which stories have caught your attention online. Of course, if you want to catch up on the latest, also visit our website, expressoshow.com. But yes, we do have a Twitter account at Expresso Show. It's very real and followed by mostly very real people, and hashtag Expresso Show is a real thing.